Right up there.
Yeah, good.
You get a bit giddy, don't you, when you're tired?
Vertigo. I'm going to read you a little bit of Yorkshire nonsense that was written by my late husband many years ago. He used to write poems in Yorkshire dialect, so there may be some bits of it that you've absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. So I'll just explain to you that if I say the words the or that, or the, or words beginning like that, it means you. So, and also if I say this N, it means yourself. You've probably forgotten all that. See how you get on. It's called The Christening of Jimmy Brown. There's a village hidden deep in the valley, among the pine trees of forlorn. And there on a Sunday morning, little Jimmy Brown was born. Our Jim grew up the modern way, with all the latest trends, resemblance with this well-known song. Well, this is where it ends. His mum and dad, the forgetful kind, said, "Come here, Jim, and listen. We've had a think, and at 27, it's about time thou were christened." Our Jim, not being the religious sort, off to church he went, to see the village parson, to find out what it meant. Up the well-worn steps went Jim, having never been to church before, and he couldn't find a bell to push, so he rattled on door. The parson came to answer. Said Jim a little brash, "Does thou live here all by this end? I bet thou's got some cash." "This is the house of God, my son," said the parson loud and clear. "Well, could you have a word with him and tell him that I'm here?" They walked inside and Jim looked round and politely took off his cap. "If thou wants to get rid of them cups and things, I can weigh 'em the end for scrap." "I've come because my mum and dad sent me. I think it's one of the schemes. They said I've got to be christened, but I don't know what it means." "That's extremely odd," said the parson. "How old are you, my son?" "Oh, don't worry this end over that, Dad. I'm well over 21. The parson looked bewildered and scratched his bald old pate. "Well, I suppose I could christen you, even though it's a bit late." This seemed a bit unfair to Jim. Should I tell him? Aye, I should. You see, my mum and dad's only just told me, and I've come as quick as I could. The parson couldn't believe his ears. He'd never known this before, christening a bloke as big as Jim and well turned 24. Our Jim went home and told his mum just what the parson had said, and he wasn't too thrilled at thought of water being poured on his head. The great day came, and off to church went Jim, his mum and his dad. Wrapped in a shawl, in full view of all, it embarrassed our Jim, poor lad. They sang a few hymns and said a prayer, and then ripped off a few psalms. Down to the font went mum and dad, Dad carrying Jim in his arms. Now Dad's knees started to buckle a bit, and he tried to get them back straight, but Dad was 8 stone 3 wet through, and our Jim was 14 stone 8. The parson waved his arms about, and water ran in Jim's eyes. "Remember what we practiced," said Dad. "This is bit where that cries." The parson mumbled a word or two. "I baptise you, James Brown," much to the relief of Jimmy's dad, who was glad to put him down. "Thank you, parson," said mum and dad, and they thanked the gathered throng. It wasn't till they got outside they realised what was wrong. "That's to do it all again, son." Our Jim looked so surprised. "Well, we took thee in there to be christened, and has got this end baptised."